Now whip it good.
Hello, hello, welcome to WIP IT Sunday. Looks like I'm running solo for right now, but we got plenty to work on. If I can get the StreamYard to work. Oh. Queen Comics sent me Whiplash. I'm actually going to use some of the parts to make a Spider Prime, and so he wanted me to paint the head up for an alternate head for the Space Ghost I made him. Pulled the ponytail out and sculpted over, trimmed it off a little bit, then filled up the back with some Aves Fixit Sculpt, round out the head, cover up the flat spot, sanded it smooth, and we'll do some finish sanding on my prime. Got some cleanup sanding to do. Good things before we get them ready for paint. Haven't touched them in a week. So time to do some sanding on that. And in the meantime, I want to try some kit bashing. Finally picked up the Mandarin Iron Man 2-pack. Well, it's on sale. Not a big sale. It's like $50 for the set instead of 60 or what it was before. So I have to get it because I like the upgraded Iron Man, but hey, we didn't get a proper Mandarin. So I got this set. I already had a set, I haven't even opened mine yet, but I got this one at Ross for $13. I don't see what the Mandarin will look like on the Wong body. You can see the price tag there, $13.99, so $14. You get the Wong. Two Wongs make a white. Hey, dude, Phil. So I got the Baron Mordo. I wonder if the jack off that would fit on this body. Double bald pig. Skin tones are not exactly the same. There's a little more yellow on this. The neck is quite big. Swap the hands too. The skin tones don't match. What it looks like under the overlay. There's no rings. Why is there no rings? I don't know the storyline, so I can't. I have no idea why. This is a part swap. It still looks better, other than being a little pudgy build on in the waist. Still looks better than business suit. It's a little short though. Use the legs. What might see if I can find me a different set of legs for it. But it's not bad. I'll build on to this. This is just the start. I'll find some stuff I can put on here, make it better. I have a Snoke robe just sitting here. I wonder if I can fit this on here. The sleeves are awful big. We'll see. That's just for fun. I was not really serious about this, but we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, that's not awful. It's too long, but I don't hate it. Remaking a Kung Fu Master. Well, it's this is the Mandarin head from the Iron Man 2 pack, and I got that Wong for $13.99. Doctor Strange Wong 2 pack for $13.99 at Ross. I just want to see what a mashup would be. Make a more proper Mandarin. I just noticed I had that Snoke cape, a robe's laying there, and I was like, huh. That's not bad. Hem that up. Get some longer legs. Kind of like it. What does Wong look like on a business suit? The skin tones don't match whatsoever. But there you go. It's the newer suit body too, so it don't have the rounded feet, so that's good. Don't have the stability issue. I want a Wong so I can do a Kung Fu fighters. Yeah, that'd be a great body for that. They did make the midsection a little pudgy, but it's still a good body for that. Quick wash on that. We got some testers wash. Super clean. No paint. There's no things like shadows and stuff, which the wash adds. I'm just going to cover everything with the wash, then I'll just wipe off the excess. Alfredo, howdy. Is this the holiday special episode, or there will be another one before then? I guess this was the holiday one. Now our Thursday show is right on Christmas. Wouldn't be a normal time on Christmas, so I don't expect us to do one then. That's what I love about the Tester's wash. Just so easy to use. Just wax on, wax off. Boom. Done. Hey, take these arms off and on here. This is my friend Brunson's original character. It's a bone grinder. Head primer coated. And these pauldrons go over here too. You have to clear coat after wash? Nah, you don't have to. Depends what you're doing. If it's on the body, like I'll do a wash. Like when I do paint up prime, I'll do the. Well, I got one right here. Already painted, and so I did the wash on him on the pants. I did clear coat that. Didn't. Same with on the upper skin tone. It's flesh tone wash in the lower places. I clear that, then I'll pull it back out, depending on the finish I want. It all depends. Like if it's like on something like this, I'm not going to clear. But when it's something I want to be more durable, I will clear. All depends on the use case. How does Tester's wash match up to just watering down some gray acrylic paint? What's the benefits? Well, this is pretty cheap. I bought like a 12 off eBay for like 20 bucks. And it's just shake it up, brush it on. You can water down and make your own washes. It is. You can do that. I just like this because the way it's pre-mixed, ready to go. Looks great on different colors. They have different colors washes. This is their black wash, which is just like kind of brownish gray. They got this is an olive green wash. They got a mahogany wash, which is great on like blonde hair, like or flesh tones. They got yellow wash or like a reddish, like barn red wash, pre-made, ready to go, and they're not expensive. I don't know if they make this stuff anymore, but the guy on eBay is selling at least the black wash, and you can buy like 1, 3, 6, or 12 in various, and then it's cheaper if you buy more. I use it a lot, so I just bought the 12, and so yeah. I like using that. That's been my go-to wash forever. So when I saw somebody selling 12, it's like I was getting down to 2 bottles. It's like just the black wash. I got multiple colors, multiple other colors, but they got blue too, which the Gobi Customs actually found the blue for me and sent it to me. And that's it right there. Blue wash. That's what gonna use that on the Skeletor. Hey, so ground Sawyer. Yep, I'm going to put these arms on here because this type of gloves I need. The peak up already ground down. Need to be more round. I gotta sculpt some chest armor too. But that's for another night. What we got? Oh, and just to check, I was checking this for a friend of mine, and he's wanting to make a darkness figure, which I was checking the pegs on this, seeing if they're compatible with Caliban legs. They are not. I got the Caliban legs here, almost built in the water. And the pegs are different sizes. They're much smaller on the Caliban. But plus you wouldn't really want to, it's not really, wouldn't look good. So I was telling my friend what I would do is I'd cut right here and blend those together. Blend it like to get that. And you can take this lip off, grind it, and sculpt it. You can either put the mushroom pegs in, or I would just, you don't have the mushroom peg here, so I wouldn't even worry about it. I would just blend it there, get this little lip off here, like the boot piece, smooth that, and smooth that off too, make it look like bare feet instead of shoes, or boots, or wherever these things are supposed to be. I'll put these on back on later. But that piece is just an overlay, and the upper body is basically just Caliban. Arms still removable? Yes, they are. Arms are indeed still removable. I like to have this when I started the new Prime, because I got a lot of work. Skin tone arm, skin tone neck. You got to make a smaller juggernaut out of this. You want a smaller stature juggernaut. Get the brown already. Skin tone. Man, drastically bad matchup on paint. Look at that. I don't know if that's coming across on the camera, but this is a completely different shade of skin tone than the arms. Wow, that is horrible. I wonder if they put that on there. They did stop making Testors Model Masters acrylics, but you can still get Testors paint, just not the Model Masters. You can get like the smaller bottles, like in the paint sets, like these. They come in like and you can still buy acrylics, just not Model Masters. You have a limited amount of colors you can get now too. It's basically like for model kits, sets, which sucks because Testors was my go-to forever. Yes, I agree. The Gorgon looks like you could benefit from a wash. If I do Gorgon though, then I got to do the rest, and I don't want to do the rest. start pulling him apart. Alrighty. Put these parts to the side for now. We'll do some sanding work on this. Sanding, the tedious part, clearancing, sanding, all that is stuff, but customizing, but it all has to be done. Sure, I sent everybody the right code. TDJ 5. All right. Yep. Back to sanding. The primer I'm going to be using is a Mr. Hobby primer. I want to clearance things out to open up the ab crunch, allow more range without hitting, but I didn't want to open it up where it'd be like a oven. pizza oven. This is stuff nobody will ever see, but I know it's there. Tough work. So I'm cleaning it up. You are your worst critic. I don't want any seam lines, construction seam lines. Sand hills down. And welcome to everybody that's watching on Instagram. Apparently, StreamYard doesn't show me that you're here. Interesting. I've been watching it through StreamYard. I had no idea y'all joined. Welcome. I want to grind that a little bit. barely touched that back button. Kicks you straight out of your string yard. Let's put that over there. Onto a finer grit sandpaper. Same color, but it is finer. This is like 320, the other was 180. Yeah, fresh sandpaper. Do got some. There you go. Got some 320 here. After I get done with all the finish sanding, the prep sanding, I'll do a good scrub with a soap and water and get all the dust and everything off of it. Again, if you're joining in on Instagram, StreamYard does not tell me that you join. So apologies if I missed you. Oh. James and Logan on Instagram mentioned about his most wanted look for Mandarin is Axe of Vengeance armor. That would be nice. I'd be cool with just getting the cartoon Mandarin at this point. Oh. The Iron Man cartoon from the 90s. If they made a figure of it, because also one of the new U.S. agent to Force Works in his Forceworks look with the energy shield and completely different costume. And Sentry with a C, not a S. I'll get a new Wonder Man too on a newer buck. How did I accomplish that? Increase the range of movement in the hips too while I was working on it, when it's clearance and everything. Yes, you can actually stand. I notched the section through here. Another one of these torsos here somewhere. There. I narrowed it through here to allow the legs to go straighter together, and plus no collision point now when they're in neutral position. There, it's touching in that same position. Eliminate paint rub. This, I learned that the hard way on the previous Prime figures, and I'd be working on it, then go right there and it snaps when it goes right there. Now it won't hit anything when it snaps. Lessons learned from previous figures. Okay. All this through here has been opened up, widened. So there's a collision point there. Now that's all gone. I brought that up around the back, opened up. The back didn't need as much as the front, but I took out some material here, allow for the sculpt. And also obviously edit the lat through the lats, make it a little wider, get a nice V shape to the torso. Also through here, cut that down even around the waist, easier for when I did the armor through here. Yeah, right. Name the cartoon Mandarin and Sentry would be great, and Sentry was in the comics for a good while too. The Sentry of the Sea. He predates Sentry of Aves. He was their not Thor for the West Coast Avengers. Kind of a Thor stand-in. went back to a coarser grit. Just, knock down a high spot here. What to do? It's got a dip right here in the edge. I think I'm going to do glue, baking soda. Little trick I learned from watching Hot Wheels restore guys. Super glue and baking soda. You don't want to wait for epoxy. Set up. With a little instant. Glue my tool to my arm. Let's set this for a little bit. Let me work on this side over here now. Looks a lot better. Perfect. That glue and baking soda trick works out really good. I didn't have to wait till tomorrow to fix it. Now that's even. Move it down with the 320. No more low spot. I like my stuff when it's done to be very durable. Don't have to worry about paint rub. Hose the figure. No worries. Treat it like a factory figure and not have to worry about it. Yes, sir. For the cost of I use super glue and baking soda. It sits up like an epoxy. It's like super hard. And dab a little bit. Insta-set if you want it quicker, but if you let it dry naturally, it's even stronger. It's like concrete. It sets up really fast, even on its own. So a little bit of super glue, baking soda. And it works out great for like, you can use it for like filling seams, gaps, hose. Like the OG primes I made their gauntlets and boots out of styrene, super glue, and baking soda. Then went back over them, sanded that smooth as I could. Then I filled in, smoothed them up with epoxy over top of that. Sanding's not the most entertaining thing, but it's got to be done. It's all part of the process. Yeah, I learned that trick from watching Hot Wheels restoration guys. Diecast Resurrection was the main one I used to watch. I still subscribe to him. He quit uploading for a year or two. I think he's back now. Talking about a great painter. He's one I've learned about the how to do water slides properly too, using Insta-set, not Insta-set, the microsaw, microset stuff for on your water slides. I learned quite a few tricks watching this channel, and applied it over to action figures. I first started using O-rings from watching Hebro, MOTU customizer. Ever used clay molding air dry clay on custom X figures? I haven't tried any air dry clay, but Not other than just the epoxy stuff I used. I haven't used any molding clay, air dry clay. In my early days, I used some Sculpt, and it's this brittle. I switched over to Epoxy Aves Fixit Sculpt way early on when I started customizing. I use Squadron's putty every so often with like little spot putty. Still, I started using that with model car stuff, but it's not very durable. But it's good for like if you like, say, if you have a pinhole or something you feel. A lot better after, yeah. You gotta just feel it. It cannot look right before you prime it, and still look like a low spot. But you put your finger over it. It feels right. Instagram again. The StreamYard doesn't show anything going on Instagram, so I gotta go back. I have to check it periodically. And at the end of January, I'm gonna start trying a new streaming service. StreamYard is like keeps raising their rates and it's getting ridiculous. I saw a post on TikTok that guy converted to McFarlane Superman into Supergirl. He used air clay and sculpt the Mod Fuzz paint and He performed a 6-change operation on Superman. About done with the sanding on the torso. There it is. Don't try this at home, kids. Only with adult supervision. The fuzzy burrs, using the heat, take those off. Fire. Fire. got most of it. Looks good. I modified the sockets in the pegs where I can pop these out without heat. This will make it easier when I paint it. Putting these back together. Plus I want to fill the peg holes up too. Once it's all together, I'll do that after I'll get everything sanded, primed, and I'll paint up the knees, put the legs together, then I'll once the legs go together, I'll fill in the peg holes. Same with the arms. Get everything painted beforehand. Put the forearm on, then put together. You want to be careful when you burn off the little burrs with the lighter. You just barely want to just get the heat close. You probably do it with a heat gun as well, but heat gun can also damage your plastic. So it's got to be careful either way. Feel a transition through there. It's not a smooth one. This is the 180 grit sandpaper. It already feels better. Almost thought I had to start this one over at one. I had a little bit of a scare of all the work I put into it, and almost lost the upper boot part. I cast it as a solid piece from a previous prime from the mold, so I had to hollow all this out and attach it to the tapered down Caliban leg. And while I was sanding it, I had one of these bits explode, and it slung this across the room. I don't know if I was ever going to find it. It landed on my fireplace mantle, and it's a good distance from here. Back to the 320 grit. when it exploded, it grabbed and jerked it out of my fingers and just launched that sucker. It got a little damage from it, was able to fix it. I actually ran them before I found it. I actually ran another casting of these just in case I had to do it, because I hated to have to do that because it's the whole chunk of the leg, like this piece, everything. I'd have to cut all that out again and start over. I'm glad I didn't have to. Now, one thing here too, like I don't have a pressure pot, so I get bubbles. See this stuff back here? Camera will focus. On the part, not me. Background. Come on. Come on. That's not one. Anyway, there's a little like bubbly texture through this right here. Before I prime that with spray primer, I will go over it with a brush primer and seal over top of that. If not, it will not. You'll get pinholes through that. This has been a slow process, but yeah. I think it's going to be my best one yet. Will be my last final form prime. Well, it won't be my last prime, but it will be my last final form. This one goes in my collection. Next prime I'm going to make is Rogue Prime, so with long hair. And I got where I can pop that out without heating it up. Just took out just enough material where I can pop it in, pop it out off the peg and on the socket. A little trial and error. Already primed this one once, you can see. Sand it some more off. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Yeah, this one got pinholes on the front and the back, so I'll fill those up with some paint before I prime it. we had to hit it with a little bit of paint all over those spots. Don't have to be super clean while I'm doing there. I just want to fill all these pinholes up. It's going to get sand, primed and sanded at least twice. Use sander, cut the peg to make it removable. I did remove some of the material from the peg. I also opened up the peg socket as well. So I did a little bit on both. I tapered the peg a little bit on the upper side. So let me grab I actually got one out. You can see this one's unmodified, this is modified. You can see this one flares out more. It's got more of a square at the base. Cut some of the material out and rounded it more down here. That way it pops out without heating it. This is, once that pops in, you have to heat it to get it out. This one you don't have to now. Same way if I opened up the socket and the legs, this is tapered more. It's bigger and it's tapered more. About to slide in. It still locks in, just I'll be right back, guys. I gotta take a quick break. I'm back. Should be, got a package here. Should be some Mr. Hobby paint. Got some Mr. Finishing Surfacer 1500 white. And we got some 1500 gray. I also got some 1000 white too. That's the 1000 is what I used to paint this helmet. Okay. Name on head when you try that with the sockets, just take just a little at a time and keep test fit. You don't want to go take too much where they get too loose, they'll fall out. Just slow and steady is the key on that. There's the gun that I put the wash on earlier. It's all dried. Looks a lot better. And just the bright gray plastic, paint, whatever. Wasn't plastic, but it's paint. Back together. Need to do that with the Gamerverse Punisher weapons. Those look terrible with this raw gray plastic. What in the world happened there? There's a gash in that forearm. Yeah. I don't know what happened to that. Let's dribble that out. These buffing stones are great for smoothing stuff out. Another gash. Unless it's just been defects in the finger. Just gonna get filled up. I can touch it up with epoxy too. Gonna fill that hole up. I think that's a molding defect. This one. And taking out all the mold seams too, the injection molding seams. Send the nose off. You want to do something nice. You want to paint and sculpt over the pinholes and everything. Might as well to make everything look nice. I don't like the leave the injection seam lines. The paint was sloppy on this one too. You can see too, on this one, I actually had to fix the where the legs meet up to the here, because they were sticking out farther than the hip piece. Make them blend in better. Actually, I'm gonna take some Winsor Newton. That paint is just horrible. Spend more time trying to sand it off, I can just strip it off. My Bible brush cleaner and restorer. The new stuff don't say restorer. It won't strip paint. This is the good stuff. They really put a thick coat of paint on this. That pearl white through here is painted. This has been sanded off through here. And it's thick and lumpy paint. think the Winsor Newton's having a hard time cutting through that white paint. Slowly, but it's definitely some tough stuff. Man. Let's sit for a bit. You knew that when the Winsor Newton to clean up after you sand. Yeah, let's see. There you go. Combination knife and Winsor Newton. That stuff is thick paint. Probably the worst legs of Calvin legs I've gotten. Hindsight, probably should have just used a different set. What is good for removing paint you can't find on a particular Winsor Newton? Mr. Hobby's Mr. Color paint thinner works pretty good as a substitute. Try some of that out right now. Get the Mr. Color thinner. Never seen paint this hard to remove. Break the surface with the sandpaper. This is probably the toughest paint I ever tried to strip off a figure. Of course, they did cake this stuff on this figure. That's why I'm doing this, because the looks terrible. So this one's not that so bad. That one's all right, but this one was bad, lumpy paint. This side is not so bad. Not great, but just priming and sanding particularly with this one. This one just had so much gunk built up on it. It's like it's multiple layers of paint. Much better. Much better. down. Getting the paint off too, I was able to see. Yeah, want this. I'm not going to do any more sanding on this right now because it's the Winsor Newton makes plastic softer. It needs to dry up. So, but I need to go over this sanding, this injection seam a little bit more. That's good. Let that be. I will after it dries. Then we'll about rinsing off. Right. It also helps smooth the plastic, so I usually just let it dry. Then I'll go back and you want to wash it off real good before you prime it. Paint over it. All right. We're going to paint this whiplash head. Paint all the purple parts black. And this is for Quinn Comics, my friend Quinn, and he will for his Space Ghost. Need more magnification. And for everybody that's watching on Instagram, I'll check the chat in a second. Apologies, I can't keep up with that one because StreamYard does not show me anything from Instagram. Right now. Thank you very much, Donald. Donald says, let's see your process. Always like to see my process. Thank you for everybody who's joining on Instagram tonight. And I was give that a shot. And thank you, everybody. Doing the detail work first, around the eyes, around the face. And paint the larger areas. Hello, Hessels. Before you go, what do you think the best year 2025? That's a tough one to call. I've gotten a bad habit right now of not opening most of my stuff this year because I got to redo my collections, shelves, and stuff. I'd have to think on that one. If we're just going with action figures, think about that. Yes, 2025. The not pit devil with the actual pit head sculpts. It's pretty nice. I like that one pretty well. Yep. I'm gonna go with my paint. I think I'll go with the devil figure. That's the not pet from Pit with the actual pit head. I like it pretty well. It's big, bulky, very articulate. My only nitpick with it is the fact that it doesn't have fist hands. Comes with a slew of different hands, but no fist. He's pretty good for Marvel Legends. I like this Build-A-Figure. Scourge. We've been wanting a Scourge for a long time. I like him. There've been quite a few good Marvel Legends this year. Hard to narrow down. Yeah, it's much better. Paint needs it thin down. Instagram again. I think it was got just a little bit too thin, but yeah, it's all right. Let's go back with a second coat. The brush is super thin, smooth. Oh, that's what I get for paint. Trying to be quick. Got some black on the white in the eye. Trying to keep that from happening, but I goofed. I'll fix it now. Do the skirts have butterflies? He does not. So he does get pretty good range of movement. He's got biceps like the Hulk, where the single jointed elbow gets you 90 degrees, but it's actually a cover piece. The connector goes up to the shoulder, and the bicep is actually just a cover. So you can get pretty good range in front and decent movement back, but just no butterfly. Butterfly would have been nice. Brush clean, fix that eye. Hey, Metaluna. I hope whoever's sick gets well soon. Well, you have a Merry Christmas, my friend. That's a blackish, yeah, that is backlash head that built it, dremeled the back of the head and smooth, rounded it off. It's gonna be an alternate head for Quinn's Space Ghost that I made them. Actually, I got some black on the eye. Trying to rush before we get finished up, and that's what rushing gets you. Make a mistake. Oh, purple. Didn't have good coverage on the face. I'm going over it with a little flesh tone. There we go. Dry. Never know, actually, I got some black in the eye. Whew. Them all sanded up, ready to be washed up, ready for primer. It's cleared nicely. Got magnets up here. Got the cake attached. Put some jumbo magnets in there too. Insert them from the inside this time instead of going from the top. Dust out the seams. Or wash it. Okay. Take some soap and water and a toothbrush, scrub her down. Let it dry up real good, you know. Hit it with some primer. Prime the prime. So I go back and double check things too. Okay. Transition there looks good. Hopefully this is going to do better. The seam here, I'm going to be careful when I paint it. I'll probably paint it like this. I don't want to get an issue with the in between the here and there with the articulation point with the gold. It's down to just washed it up and getting it primed up. And next time you see this, they'll be in primer. I'll do some sanding once I prime it too, of course. Primer will show any flaws you got, which I always miss something just by feel and look. Good brush cleaned up. Fine detail. And call it a night. Got to pop these apart too. Alright. I did have this, so I was going to work on, but I forgot. Do some dry brushing, then I'll do paint detail on that. Then I make a good alternate head for Space Ghost. And one more coat of black when it dries. A little bit of purple showing through the top. Just clean my brushes. And yeah, I love Tester's black wash. Stuff just makes stuff look so much better. Like I said, you don't need to buy the most expensive stuff. Customize. I use fingernail art brushes, old paint brushes, stuff I got cheap. I don't. Yep, there's only alternate head for Guntia. Another alternate head, and I got another one too. This one, I left more of the neck. Now this one without. Just trying different things. These actually were hollow. And one I filled up the horns with super glue. The other one I pushed as much epoxy as I could inside of it. They both stiffened up. They was just thick enough where I can fill the voids in it. There's apparently there's a gap. There's a pinholes in the mouth. So originally I print one of these and filled it with resin and ruined it because the resin just poured out of the mouth all over the face. Dang it. So print it 2 more in case I mess one up. Just like 8 hours printing to get these things. Alright, we got to heat and pop these apart. I can get everything washed up. Threw some paint over the pinholes. That way I can primer it. You have pinholes in resin, like a casting resin. The only thing you do is brush paint over top of it, or you try to spray over top of pinholes. They're just going to just be there. The paint will just bleed away from the pinholes. You actually fill them with paint with the brush. I'll hit it with some primer, then I can do some sanding on those. But getting close to paint. Look, getting exciting. I got all the heads painted up. And I need to get my cape back from my buddy. He put the P logo on the back of it for me. And he did. And I need to glue the Lord's cape on his mount, on the shoulder piece that goes to on the chest, over top of the shoulder. I mean, once that's glued on, that lower is done. And in the new year, I'll get back to work on her, Steel Valkyrie. And we got bone grinder from Brunson's character. Got to sculpt the chest armor, and I'm gonna change up the arms for these. You know, grind down these points so they're around the glove. Skull there, and I'll need some different boots too. But I like the helmet though. Gotta get him finished up too. Just basically just finish painting the head. I got other heads too, but I have glasses. I'm being lazy. I don't want to paint Stallone's eyes. Ew. Why would you paint my eyes? Oh, what? Like the sunglasses. Alright. And that's it for the night, guys. If we don't see you before then, have a Merry Christmas, and should be back next Sunday before the new year. And we'll catch y'all then. Have a good one. Well, maybe. We can get StreamYard to work. Come on. I can't get StreamYard to work.